Hello Big Shavers, it's Josh from Texas once again. Honestly did not think I would be back here so quickly making another video, but I recorded a video yesterday, and in that video I discussed how I thought, in my humble opinion, your mileage may vary, that the Gillette Fatboy on setting 5 was more aggressive than this guy, the Futur, on the same setting, setting 5. The 5 setting on the Gillette is not like the 5 setting on the Merkur Futur. So, not at all. There were like 6 comments saying the exact same thing, that I'm off my rocker thinking that this guy is more aggressive than this guy. All right. Well, today I'm going to test that hypothesis. It's going to be the 59 versus the Futur. You see what I did there? It's called alliteration, baby. So, the experiment will go as follows. Both razors will be on the same setting. It's going to be 1 pass of 5, 2 passes of 3. They both have Astra Superior Platinums in there. Going to use the same soap. This is nicely lathered Trumpers in a rose scent. Did not think I'd like this. It was given to me as a gift by my beautiful wife, and it's not bad at all. It's kind of subtle. And the bookends to this will be what I found to be a very soothing Parasso White pre-shave and the balm. So, as I'm putting the pre-shave on, I'll explain a little bit about these two razors. Futur was one of the first ones I got. It's very versatile as an adjustable, but usually what gets the noobs is how pretty it is. And it also helps that it has kind of a long handle, which is nice to have when you're making a transition from a cartridge shaver over to wet shaving. So just to kind of give you a tour of this in case you don't have one or you're kind of new to wet shaving, you can see that it's a very beautiful design. The head's awfully thick. If you compare it, well, actually, Fatboy looks like it has an awfully thick head as well, but it's substantially shorter by several centimeters. In any case, this guy only has 6 settings, so 5 is the next to most aggressive. This is the Fatboy. Fatboy loads from the top using a butterfly, and it has 9 settings. I'm already starting to see things going against me on this one. One of the things that I don't like about the Futur is this handle. As you can see, it's awfully slick. I mean, this is the chrome finish. I don't know how it is in any other finish, but this chrome finish is awfully slippery. So you really have to kind of make sure that you have dried off your fingers before you change the setting on this thing. On the other hand, this one, the Fatboy, has some really nice knurling on there. I think that's the right word for it. I'm sure I'll get corrected if it's not. But it's an easy to hold razor. Now, if you hold them next to each other, you can see that the size, the relative size of them, one's clearly larger than the other. This one's clearly heavier than the Fatboy, but the Fatboy is very heavy in its own right. Now, I'm only agreeing to do this because I kind of already know that I'm screwed in this, because I'm looking at the amount of blade showing, and I'm sure you can't see it there, but what I'm seeing is a lot more blade exposed on the Futur. And that probably has to do with the fact that there are only 6 settings. 5 is the second to most aggressive, whereas it's kind of in the middle on this one. doesn't bode well for Josh. But, you know, if there's anything I've learned in marriage, it's two things. There is no root for pride, okay? And that occasionally, okay, frequently, I'm wrong about how I perceive things. I can admit that it's been a long time since this guy and I have met. So it doesn't bode well for me. Of course, I shouldn't doubt you guys anyway. I'm just doing this for fun. So, Trumper's Rose. This is a simply beautiful silver tip on sale on Amazon for a ridiculously cheap price. Lather time. Really nice and lathery. I need a haircut, I don't know if you've noticed. This is not to military standard. Okay, so this side will be the Future, this side will be the Fatboy. I'm gonna do the Fatboy first. Here goes nothing. Fatboy. Future. I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet. But yeah, I'm pretty close to conceding. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to concede right away. But there's that thing I said about pride. Screw that. But analysis on the first pass definitely feels like they both took off pretty much the same amount of hair. I'm not particularly smooth anywhere, but it's just the first pass. But this guy was pulling an awful lot. So the Fatboy is down 1-0. And I'm dialing him down to a 3. And the Future is dialed down to a 3. Second pass. Back to the Fatboy. Don't get me wrong, it's a comfortable shave. But it's not as aggressive as the Futur. Let's see how the Futur does. Second pass, setting 3. So, I lost. You guys are right and I'm wrong. The Futur is awfully aggressive, comparatively speaking. I kind of knew it from the beginning as soon as I looked at the exposure of the blade. But this mows through the hair a lot faster on that setting. I can only blame it on the fact that it's been a long time since I've used the Futur. Maybe I was talking out of my ass a little. I'm a lawyer, give me some slack. Okay, so one more pass and then some touch-ups. On this pass, I'm not going to touch my neck with the razors. Give it a break. This Trumpers is great. It has a really nice, subtle scent. Doesn't knock you over like a perfume or anything, even though it's called Rose. Don't be scared away from it. Try it if you haven't. Okay, so going against the grain. Futur, the Gillette. Right. Well, I concede. I think you guys are right. Far and away, the Futur is a more aggressive blade at the higher setting. Aggressive razor. I gotta be honest with you though. First time using the Astra blades, and I guess they're supposed to be superior. I didn't find them to be so superior. I'm a feather guy, and frankly, I haven't found anything that comes close. I don't feel a lot of irritation with either of the razors. They're both a pleasure to use, and I gotta tell you, I think I made a little too much out of the fact that this is slippery. It really doesn't slip that much. So don't let that scare you away. So that's the feather, or sorry, that's the Futur versus the 59. And in terms of aggressiveness, the Futur is the hands down champion. But I'm the winner. Because I had a damn fine shave. The ultimate test is the Allen block. Getting a little feedback down here. Definitely some feedback on my neck. Yeah, it's about equal. So, in terms of quality, I don't think you can go wrong with either adjustable razor here. So, if you're thinking about getting a vintage, grab the Fatboy. I think everybody should have one if you like adjustables. It's great if you only have one razor to have one that you can mess with, depending on how much growth you have on your face. But maybe you just kind of like the way the Futur looks. I will tell you that the only downside to this, and I don't know if you noticed when I was doing my shave, it's a little bit hard to see past this magnificently large head. And if you put this next to it, you can just see how much bigger the Futur is. That's not just forced perspective there. So I'm swallowing my pride. You win. But I also win because I got great shave. Not done yet. Do-it-yourself tan skin. Fix any of my irritation. Close my pores. I have a little cut on my hand and that's burning right now. But I think I'm good to hook here. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna use this Parasso balm, which I really like. Nice smell. And I think that's it for today. Hope you guys have great shaves this week, and we'll see you later.